We're going to do a lot of mixed media today. Here, let's first draw some of it and then put the oil pastel on there. So you get to decide, what do you want in your background? Now, if you got something like a treasure chest that has texture and stuff, you can do the outside of the box or the outline as oil pastel, and then in the inside you can either use watercolor or colored pencil. So I have two rocks here. I really like the idea of having a clam with a pearl in it. I think that's really, really cute. So I'm going to create that clam using kind of like a cursive C. It's like a C with kind of like a curled in top here. And then I'm going to add a bunch of bumpy lines along the curve of my C to kind of get that clamshell look. That's how I'm getting that. Now, since we're doing the drip technique, it's super quick, it's super fast, it's super easy. So this can kind of give us, an opportunity to play with mixed media today. We're really going to, mess around with oil pastel. Maybe we'll use some black pen on top of our watercolor to add tiny little details, that kind of thing. We're really going to play with the mixed media since our watercolor part is going to be super easy. So I'm super excited to explore today. Usually we stick with the not oil pastel. Usually we stick with the watercolor for most of class. But this class is going to be a really ad-lib sort of thing. Kind of figure out what you like to use with your watercolor. What kind of things would you like to combine? Now for this shell, I literally did a series of ovals. Big oval on bottom, medium oval on top, smaller oval, smaller oval, smaller oval, and a hump. If you're interested in doing this twisty shell here. This shell, I'm going to do the oval, but it's laying on its side. So I'm just going to repeat but I'm going to have it on its side. So I've got baby, mama, daddy, very big daddy, and kind of a crescent moon on the edge of here. That's how I got that shell. Excellent. I'm probably going to do some seaweed. So here you can use like a mixture of oil pastel. Like for your seaweed, you could do green oil pastel. And then maybe for your shells, you could do colored pencil, what have you. Totally up to you. Let's kind of color in or decide what we want in here. And if you want to do it all in watercolor, that's fine too. I am going to do a mixture of colored pencil. I'm gonna be really, really explorative here in oil pastel. Because the main goal here is we kind of want to get our background in before we do the drip technique, specifically because the drip technique is super messy, and once the watercolor is onto our paper, it's going to be hard to color around it. So let's kind of get our background done first. So I'm going to use some green oil pastel. In our jellyfish part, the drip part's going to be super quick and easy, so I'm going to go into more detail on how to paint with oil pastel today. So I have my dark green down, and then I'm going to take a clean light green and kind of, blend it or run it along the edge of my dark green to kind of get a two-toned sort of seaweed piece. You can do this with your shells too if you want. And then I'll clean off the top of my oil pastel stick and add an additional line right next to my blended line that I've just put down. And I'll show you what it looks like. You're literally going to get 3 different colors here. This is called blending with oil pastel. You see how we have dark, kind of like an olive green and a really light green? You can actually make new colors with your oil pastels. So the trick is you're literally taking your light stick here and you're using it as a blender for your middle color here. And this is kind of how you can create like shadows or differing colors between your different shades of green. Alright, so when you take your oil pastel and you run it along or just on the edge of your dark green here, you're going to get some of that dark green on the tip of your oil pastel crayon. For your lightest color, you're going to want to make sure that your tip is clean. You might need a towel of some sort or tissue. This will eliminate the possibility of this light green being contaminated with your previous color. And it's literally just a repeat. Run along the edge, clean, add an extra line or layer. It really helps to make your piece not look so flat. Kind of gives it some flair. You just want to make sure that your fingers are super clean in between each stroke. You don't want a bunch of fingerprints all over your artwork. So I am probably going to do this sand here. See what I mean? My yellow wasn't clean. That's why I'm getting this nasty gray color here. Always just double check your tip. Don't be like teacher and just dive right in. Having a clean oil tip is half your battle here. And you can create with your yellow, you can create shadow. I'll teach you how to do that here in a minute. Alright, so whenever you're creating shadow and you're dealing with a light surface like yellow sand, you want to put in your bright yellow first. It's almost kind of like painting. So I have my bright yellow in here, right? To kind of maintain your really bright colors and to not muddy up or dull your colors, you very rarely ever with oil pastel want to shade with black. You're actually going to use different colors for your shadow versus black. So I'm going to create a shadow here with this shell, and I'm literally kind of like watercolor. I'm adding little dots of brown where my shadow is going to be. Okay. And then I'm going to switch back to my yellow. Whatever your lightest color is going to be your blender. You're literally blending. Move it around kind of like in a circle to kind of mix the colors together, kind of like finger painting, and you'll start to get a shadow here. You see it? Kind of like with oil pastel, if you want it to get darker, you'll just keep adding little dots in the areas that you want to be darker. So I'm going to add some more dots here. And then I'm going to switch back to my blender. And you can start to see this spot right here is getting a lot darker than this spot over here. Let's add another layer. Just on the edge of the shell, I kind of want to have a really dark brown color, and then I kind of want to have it gradually get lighter and lighter. So I added a really dark line or shape next to the edge of my shell because it's the closest to the sand. It's going to be my darkest shadow. And then I will take my blender to lighten that area up just a little bit where I want my shadow to be lighter. And I think I kind of went a little hardcore with this brown, so I'm going to add a little bit of more yellow on top. So here we have kind of like a faded edge here. I don't want it to be super dark. I want it to kind of, gradually move from dark to medium to light. And kind of like our pen and ink class, where we're using a shading technique, I'm using the side diagonal hatch here and going back and forth in a side diagonal to create my shadow. And I'm switching in between my shadow color and my blender color. Now that you know what to do and how to shade using oil pastel, it is now time for you to practice this technique on your own with your own objects in your own composition.